Well, hello and welcome to this little video of mine. The Chibson Craze, the imported Chinese guitar. Oh, I'm amazed. I start from the beginning. A couple weeks ago, I was online and I heard the word Chibson. I heard imported guitars from China, and so I started looking around. I saw some sites. Got really interested. Ended up getting 3, so we'll see what happens. I ordered this guitar on the 9th, I believe. Hang on here. The 6th. This was through, yes, it was through China Guitar, and the seller is Kevin Shie, S-H-I-E, and Kevin with an I. They're at, oh shoot, it's written down on here somewhere. So again, I guess we keep looking at this thing and get some idea what's going on when I look for this seller's information. Oh, let's see. I thought it was, oh, there we go, second page. KSG Guitar. KSG Guitar. And he puts it as valued at, oh shoot, it's easier for me to read here. $110, and as usual, it came in that yellow package, and mine hadn't been tampered with at all. This is, I'm not really sure. This is the first any type of Les Paul, I've owned. I mainly played Stratocasters, for quite a few years. Really comfortable with those. But when I saw that these guitars were being made and sent all over the world, very good quality. I'm going to go over this in a second because there's a lot to talk about with this guitar and these guitars that are coming in from China. Number one, Kevin Shie, who worked for KSG, they were great to work with. I started getting texts when I was looking at when I got an account with these places. These, what do we have? Made in China. Then we got DHgate, and then we have AliExpress and Ali.com. So you've got all that. It's confusing. I probably didn't get, I don't know. I got a great deal. This is beautiful. So I ended up getting 3. I'll explain why I did that. It's kind of a test, I think, to see what the heck is coming in the mail. I've watched quite a few of the videos with people getting these guitars, and people talk about the legality. And number one, well, a little bit about myself. I'm 60, but when I was 21, I didn't even want a job as a police officer, but LAPD was hiring. I was getting married, having a child, ended up being my son, 38 years old now. So LAPD was hiring, and somehow ended up there. I did quite a few years, and one thing I know about the criminal justice system is that it's broken. I don't even know where to start. The war on drugs, it's ridiculous. It's a waste of time, waste of money, ruins people's lives, but I can go on about this all day. The point I wanted to make was that it's not against the law to buy a counterfeit guitar. Against the law. it is against the law, however, if you try to take your guitar and sell it to someone else, saying that it's a Gibson. That's a felony. But even that would be a stretch. In today's world, I think it would be hard to get arrested doing this kind of stuff because, you know, what we're doing, we're connecting with China. You know, good or bad, they're starting to make some really good guitars from the outside at least, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see where I was at. So yes, when I got interested in this, what I did, I started searching those four websites and started looking at what I wanted. There was another website called guitar2buy.com, and that popped up. That was a crazy site. The amounts of the guitars went up and down. It seemed random to me. So I jumped on there and I bought Les Paul. I don't know what it was. Replica of some kind maybe. But total was $92 with a case, delivered for free. So that's kind of crazy. Now it shows that I bought 3 guitars. I actually paid $91 for that one. And I don't know what's going on. The website looks a little shady to me. It looks like they'd taken the specs of the Les Pauls, the actual Gibsons, and cut and paste or did something and had that put onto their site. You know, it's a professional site, but it doesn't look like anybody's monitoring it. It's a very automated site, which I think was by design, and you really have to know what you're doing. They took my $92, so it says I have a guitar en route. We'll see what happens. For this one here, though, the first one I got, KSG through Kevin Shee, got to my house on the 18th, 2 days ago. So, what do we got? 6? Huh. Wow, that is fast. Wow. Ordered on the 6th, got here on the 18th. That's just something else. But is that 12 days? Yeah, here's my math. 18. Got here on the 18th. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it was a couple days before I could open this up because I wanted to record this and get some of this. Gosh, I just can't believe this thing. So my wife was here. She's not understanding the whole thing, but she's not a guitar player, but she, you know, excited for me. So I've explained what's going on, and these guitars are coming in. So when I opened this one, you know, I did want to do the unboxing, but you know, on the other hand, I think everybody that's watching this wants to get to the goods. So she took a look. She was there, not damaged. She watched as I opened it up. Again, it hadn't been tampered with. Nobody inspected it, and I've only been on the outside of it. There was only one thing wrong, and I think we all know this. You know, if the Chinese put the original Gibson truss rod in there with that nut, that would be hard. You know, for me, popping up, I would have known. I'm not a Gibson expert by any means, but anyway, first thing I did when I got it out of the box, I wanted to make sure the neck was all right. So, turns out it had a big back bow, huge back bow. It was really tight. But I got in there, and you know, it's got the 4mm nut, and it moved well. There's not a whole bunch of junk in there, like a lot of them I've seen. You know, the truss rod moved, it was reactive, and it is flat as a board right now. It's the action's still a little high. Well, I'll figure it out. You know, let me start at the top. Yeah, this isn't even that bad. I've been playing it for a while, and do I really want to, you know, detune it and figure out the numbers here? Yeah, certainly I'm going to want to do that. It was probably not today. So, you know, I'm kind of enjoying playing it, and yeah, Yeah, it's gonna need that. So let me start from the top. Got the headstock. Headstock. I wanted the Gibson on it. Yeah, I really wanted the Gibson. So got it. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like mother of pearl, you know. And again, I'm not a real big expert on the years of what was changed. I do know this is custom. Anyway, I'm looking where the truss rod is, and that's clean. Again, you know, I don't think you could see it here, but it is shiny as hell too. So we flip it over. We've got, this is their typical deal here. We've got made in USA. It's a little goofy. It's not stamped really well, or the paint's goofy. And I've seen this before. I saw this on a video. It's true. They stamp over the serial number, so I can kind of see it here. They stamped over the serial number. It looks like after the lacquer. Oh shoot! I can't even tell. I'll take a closer look. First thing I did was put strap locks on it. Dunlop strap locks. I've used them for years. Never had a failure. Put those on first because this is not one I really want. I don't want any scratches. Don't want any marks. This is beautiful. This is, you know, I plan to keep this for a long time. So let's go back. We're going here at the headstock again. Got the Grover tuners. Once I got it in tune a few hours ago, it stayed in tune mostly. These are, they're reactive. Nothing sticks. The back screws were a little loose, so I just say when you get it, just make sure you've got this tight. But everything else, I don't know the ratios on Grovers, but you know, geez, why would I ever want to change that? So I've got a serial number. I'll probably check that, and I don't know how good these people are. Some people say that it does come back to Gibson guitar. Now I'm looking at the neck. Okay, put it over my head because safety first. So let's start. Let's look here and move this thing. What we got? All right. You can see the cavity there. It looks a little dirty, but it's not full of paper. It's pretty clean. The 4mm is really reactive. Look at the headstock. It's a somewhat yellowed binding that looks aged. Tops of the tuners, everything's pretty tight. I don't know what kind of strings they are. I'll probably be pulling them off. Put my own strings on it. The nut, I think that it's pretty much plastic. Yeah, it's plastic. Plastic. But at the first fret, it's not too bad. I don't know the height of them. I don't know the absolute specs on this, but yeah, they're probably a little deep. So as I said, I opened it up and I want to see how flat I could get that neck, and that just really responded. Getting with the neck. So we go down here along the sides here. See if we can get some close. This is what I was looking at. If anybody's watching this thing. A lot of people have said that the bindings have been wrong or off, and scarf joints and on the inside being poorly done and not matching. We're not lining up properly with, I don't know. So, but I did want to take a look at that as well. I took off the pick guard and I just put a tiny green, gold screw. I really wish it didn't have the hole, but I wanted the Gibson headstock, so as long as that was on there, I was all good about that. So one thing I did notice on the binding, I mean, 99% of it is just perfect. And if people really want to take a look at this, oh, check that out. That's pretty bizarre. How many times is that replicated, duplicated? Anyway, we've turned the spare bedroom into my office. I patented something. I lucked into something that might be kind of cool. It's music related. See what happens. It's not that I'm out to make a ton of money, but yeah. See if I can improve something. I'll get back on that later. So, I'm going to talk and move this guitar around. I want to thank you people. I want to thank Mike from China Guitar Skeptic, I believe it is. I watched quite a few of his videos, and I really love what he's doing. I got a lovely email from him the other day. It wasn't quite a perfect phone call, but it was a lovely email, and we spoke about what's going on and my background. I think I might have glossed over a couple of things. You know, I was a police officer, and I know how people work. People are lazy sometimes, I think. Yeah, if they're allowing these guitars in from China, it's not on the books as being any type of crime, you know. Because if they want to stop it, they could. They're not. You know, and on our side, of course, you know, if I was to present this as somebody as a Chibson Les Paul and tried to sell it for $5,000, oh, let's go crazy. If I wanted to sell it for, you know, $100,000 as a 1959, you know, custom, blah, 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 I could go on that all day, right? Nah, man, you should be going to jail, and I hope there are, you know, people still in law enforcement out there that make sure that's really going on out there. But as far as this kind of stuff, you know, we're working on relationships with other countries. These people want to compete. How they do this, I don't know. I haven't been in the back of this thing yet, but again, let me get back to the thanking of folks and the videos that have really helped me. Mike, the Chinese Guitar Skeptic, thank you very much. Love your videos. And anyway, what we can see here is, you can see where I put that screw back in the from the pickguard. I just like the way it looks. I think it looks cooler that way. And I do like the black strap locks. While I'm here, selector switch. Feels pretty good. I don't know. I'm not a Gibson expert. So let's go a little bit lower there. Look at this. I did want to experiment and take off the poker chip and the selector switch. It looks like it's epoxy to the top, and I really don't think this is maple. I don't know, but I don't want to try to pry that up, and then I've got a mess over here, and I wouldn't live with myself for that. So, yeah, this is the poker chip. Just, you know, I guess it's all right. I guess people were complaining that it hadn't been done in gold, and they said it wasn't period correct. All right, whatever. All right, I do appreciate that, but it's not that important to me. Another spot that people have been noticing that has not been correct or has not been good, that's been sloppy. I also want to thank Crimson Guitars over in England. They do some great builds. They great information out there. You know, everybody, this community of people that are either luthiers or amateur or want to work on their guitar, yeah, people have been great about that. And you know, it's just not that dog eat dog craziness out there, and I think that's cool. And somehow, I'd like to get involved in it. I think I am, but again, you know, as we're floating around this area I'm talking about, yeah, Yeah, you see how high the action is. Yeah, there. Wow, wow, it's way up. It's way up for me to. I can measure it. Let's see what we got. At the 12th fret. Ooh boy. 0.080, pretty high, as I understand it. on my Stratocaster, it's, you know, the action is beautiful. I love it. So this is a whole new world for me, but I liking it so far. All right, let's carry on with the description here. If anybody wants to see more of this binding, yeah, I'll take some real time with it if you all want it. This is just going to be the outside today. I haven't even gotten into the back of it. At one point, I think I was talking about the tuners, those Grover tuners. And people have said beware of the Grovers. You know, not beware, mostly just how to recognize a counterfeit. You know, that the letters are too far apart, or they seem large. Maybe they seem large here, but I've seen the other ones, and at a glance, I wouldn't be able to tell. And this tooling around here, this machining is amazing. It holds in tune. Still getting over this the finish on this thing. I'm trying to find a spot that maybe is bad. So, okay, I'm coming around this way. I'm looking at the knobs. I don't know what the deal is about the tailpiece needs to be closer to. Yeah, okay, I can appreciate that, but it's not the case here. Is that what it was, or what is the rule? Is it what is closer what? I don't know. But they look. Yeah, someone get back to me and tell me where it's wrong. I really would like to know. So as I'm going around here, I hope you folks can see the binding. Input jack. It looks solid. The screws, maybe the screw over here looks like it's kind of marred. I don't know. Jeez, am I getting down to addressing marred screws? Yeah, okay. It looks like someone chewed on it. It's not great. All right, so let's come back here. Yeah, we're looking at the knobs. Yeah, they spin. Yeah, they spin really well. I mean, nothing locked, no noise. Not sticky. I've already gone over this a couple times, but for y'all's sake, man, I am just amazed. So, yeah, let's carry on with that. Got the volume and tone knobs, and there you go. You want to look at the input jack just a little closer. Yeah, maybe it's not. I don't know if it's chewed up or not. I'm not going to plug it in because I don't have an amp here. I use a little plug-in little thing. It goes into my earphones. Right? I do it onto Bluetooth. But, yeah, so I can't really plug it in here right now. Let's go back. I'm not going to open those things today. If anything, I'll work on the action. Learn a little bit more. Yeah. What are you going to do? They feel a little flimsy. Yeah. Alright. Maybe a little tinny. I haven't been back there yet, but let's take a look at that finish. Wow, you can do a whole reflection. There we go. There's our spare bedroom. I don't know what to say, you know. I will get into the back of this and maybe post that and see what it goes. But yeah, but still frets nice, you know. As I said, the neck is dead straight. Neck's dead straight now. So the truss rod really did that. That's dead straight. Let's take a look at the frets. I went over there. I think there's one fret that's a little high. Around the 7th fret. Okay. And everything's, you know, it's like nothing's really choking out because the action's high. Again, the binding here, it doesn't have those nibs, which would have been cool. You know, I don't know what period that was done in. So, I got this. You know, whatever. I've seen some videos where the dot on the side, the fret indicator, were all messed up. I'm looking at these. At the third and the first, fifth's a little off too. Seventh's about dead straight. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. It's not great. So that's happening. All right. Yeah, you're getting that. But I don't know what you'd be getting with a Gibson. Yeah, I don't know. I know, you know, everything's audited. So now that we're looking over here, yeah. The neck is thin. It's very thin. Well, it feels thin to me, but it's kind of still in tune. The neck angle. What is that? I don't know. Someone watches this, so yeah. Today's December 20th. 2020. And if I can get this posted, maybe, you know, this will be one of the first 2020 descriptions. So, you know, we'll pass that up. Everybody's taking a look at that. You know, I'll plug it in and see what happens when I get to my amp. But that's pretty much that. I just want to go back to the ordering and delivering. Again, this was the guitar from Kevin Chi, and for sure I have one coming. This one did come from China Guitar, yeah. But I think everybody's cross-referenced over there, or they work or at different. They're all connected somehow. It's looking like to me. I don't know. So Kevin Chi, yeah, yeah, delivered to the door, unbelievable. The other one's going through DH Gate. Haven't had much contact with the seller there. Just that, you know, it's the correct logo. They say it's en route. The tracking number doesn't work, but yeah, I don't know. It hasn't been that long. I had a feeling that was going to get it real soon too. As far as the one that was from KSG Guitars and Kevin Chi, talked to me the whole time. Matter of fact, I ordered another guitar, 52 Telly replica. So I did that to Kevin. He got the order form really quick, got it to me, but the one deal, it didn't run through the website. I paid with PayPal for both that. It just was convenient. And so it never really showed up as an order on China Music, but it got here. But the other one does. The one I ordered a little bit later, the Telly, that's showing it's in route from there. That's all it's telling me. Gosh, it's not that heavy. The Les Pauls I've held, it's not heavy. I like the feel. I like the balance though. I would like to weigh it, but you know what are you gonna do? Closer look at the binding, you might be able to see this. Let's see. This is gonna be a rough one. Gosh, or maybe it's even an optical illusion. There it is. And that's caught my eye a few times. Somebody painted outside the line, you know? Yeah, I had a chuckle because I don't know how this is produced. I don't know how they do it. Anyway, any questions, let me know. My name is Steve. I hope that I can review and do some in-depth videoing. Nothing is coming to mind here. I'm really racking my brain trying to think if there's anything that I don't like about it, or seems terribly bad construction. I don't see any of that. You know, I know the bridge. I don't know. Was this the ABR? So it's got the adjusters on the inside, and it's got the 3 lined up here and the 2 lined up here. And it does have a little, looks like a locking wire that I've seen that wire before, and somebody complained that it didn't work, or they said it wasn't attached. Again, I think it has something to do with the stability of the screws, or it keeps them in one spot. I don't know, and I doubt you can really see it. Let's see. Probably would be easier to take the guitar off my neck, but I can't really see. I don't know. You can see it at home. Take a look at these connections. Now that's low and back, and the action has a ways to come down. If that's what my issue is here, it's easily got enough room to get my action where I like it and where it's supposed to be. So, these almost feel like, yeah, these are definitely 9s. Yep, definitely 9s. I want to shout out to Dave from Dave's Fun Stuff, another repair luthier. Ooh, great work, great channel. It's not boring. Where I guess some things can get slow. Yeah. We all know. I think we know that the screws on the top are a giveaway. Yeah. Yep. It's a smaller pin. Yeah. When I get in the back, I'm curious to see what the pots look like. No idea what they put in there. No idea. I haven't plugged it in. So I really just wanted to put an introduction video, and I'm just marveling at this thing. I think it's unfortunate the screw, but hell, better than having it shipped. Oh man, look at that connection. I think I've gone over this a few times. I feel like I'm holding a Chibson Les Paul. Yeah. If I wanted it that bad, sure, I could buy one. A used one, definitely I could. But the quality of this, and I looked, not an expert again, but the quality, just the craftsmanship. The neck is straight. Without measuring everything, straight. And even the numbers are pointing out almost, but down to that, that's what we're worried about. Yeah, just don't sell these to people unsuspecting, and don't sell to unsuspecting people as a Chibson. I think it would be bad. You would get hurt. Yeah, it's definitely against the law. But this is fun, Gosh, opening boxes and stuff. As a kid was such a blast, and opening these things just as fun. A great time with it. So, anyways, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to get this posted somewhere. We can do that. This is a Chibson, not a Gibson. It is a Chibson. One thing I didn't talk about. I didn't talk about the inlays. You know, whether they cannot be abalone, right? It can't be mother of pearl in here. I don't see any glue. It's soft to the fingers. The frets are smooth, soft. Jeez, nothing. Again, they're level. I think one of these in here was off. And the action's a little high. The truss rod works really well, really responsive. Get the strap locks, guys or gals. When you buy this thing, first thing before you pick it up and spend any time with it, put the strap locks, because you will drop it if you don't have them. But anyway, my name's Steve. Having a great time. Waiting for another to come in. I don't have any idea what I'm going to do with these things. But I'm certainly not going to sell them to somebody as a Gibson. One thing I did want to point out, as I was looking here at the bridge. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the bridge just is not up to par. It's not up to par with the rest of it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. On the first string, it's got a... Yeah, it just looks like it wasn't properly... Yeah, it's not clean. It's kind of dirty. You know, it's a dirty, choppy kind of thing. But I am definitely nitpicking. I just keep looking at that, huh? Yeah, I don't know what kind of strings. You know, and please, shoot. What are you going to do? Shoot. If anything, what I would do, I would change everything to black. That would be one thing I would do, possibly. I'm going to keep the knobs. Whether or not, I keep the pots is another matter. My everyday players, again, it's the Strat. But I'm kind of hooked on this. Anyway, my name's Steve Valance, and this is my first video about these things, these Chibsons. I really think they have a place. One more thing. I'm not done yet. One more thing. Gibson. What the heck is going on? Alright? I saw the video. They ran over the... What are they? The Firebirds? Yeah. It's a complex guitar. It's confusing, and it's got a lot of weird stuff to it. It's really expensive. People didn't like them. So what did they do with them? Ran over them with a backhoe, or whatever that was. It was a big machine with big caterpillar type. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's upsetting. I don't know how many they ran over. They lined them up. Took this tractor thing, these big old tank-looking tractor treads. All right, he just plowed them all over, and then they right off as a loss. Lost my business, simple as that. People were talking about giving to other people, donate them. Yeah, why not? So what? They're a complicated guitar, big deal. Take that out of it. It's not all about dollars and cents. Yeah, it's about people, and that could have gone to so many after-school programs, schools. That burns me. I don't know what you guys are doing over there. We don't need those little tuner machines, literal machines under our tuning pegs. We just want a quality item that isn't overdone, overhyped, overpriced. People should be able to afford to play guitar. And this does it. You know, I would have loved this as a kid. I love it now. I would have loved it as a 15-year-old. Oh my God, if this was given to me by my folks, I would never come out of my room again. Stunning. If they figure out how to put a truss rod in there that looks anything like a Gibson, I do sense some problems. I mean, I would like to see that happen. You know, just for a fact that I'd like something to look correct. That's all I want. You know, big deal. And it looks nice. I play it. Okay. I'm not calling it a real Gibson. It's gonna be Gibson. I need to tell you more. That's what the explanation is. Yeah, Gibson. If they can't compete, you destroy your guitars. And yeah, it might be legal to write that off. Certainly. Ethical? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not everything is about money. Yeah, I'm going on a rant now. Anyway, yeah, thanks again. If I missed thanking anybody for the time they put in. Let's see, The House That Never Sleeps. Oh, man. Yeah, you do a great job out there. I don't know where you're at, but you do a great job. Appreciate it. I like watching Dave's fun stuff. This has been wonderful. Mike. Huh. Wow. China Guitar Skeptic. Thanks for watching this. I hope this helps somebody order a guitar, get a good one, something they can, they can cherish and they can afford. See it in more hands. Things are changing. The way we do business, I don't know. Anyway, the old way wasn't working, or it hasn't, in my opinion. These are my opinions, folks. I mean, I don't think I stepped too hard on anything, but I might even have to get this. This might even not go up if they don't like the Gibson thing. I don't know what the rules are. Anyway, good day. Thank you.